Okay, so anyway, this is Boingtastic, and this is my algebra and trigonometry videos, episode 5. So this is going to take a little bit longer than I hoped it would, because I realized that this textbook that I'm referencing from is getting a little bit weird. So I'm not going to say which textbook I'm using so that I'll protect the publishers, but basically, let's just say that right now it has a weird method for finding out distances between points on a real number line. So they're using the absolute value for that, but here, let me show you. So really, I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm just going to do it because the book says I should do it. Just letting you know that I am not in favor of this whatsoever. Okay, so we want to know distance between this point and this point on a number line. Well, here's what you do. They say get -2 minus, or basically take a step back. Any 2 points on the number line, if you want to find the distance between them, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this first point, point 1, I'm going to call it point 1, and then you subtract 0.2 from it, put absolute value bars, and you get the distance between. So yeah, that's how it goes. Well, anyway, I'm hungry. Anyway, just a moment. Gotta alright, let me review. Anyway, the thing is that 0.1 minus 0.2 equals the distance between. But if there's 0.2 minus 0.1, they switch around, they go from here to here, from here to here. It's still the same distance. Distance between. So, important thing to remember is that no matter what, this is a good pancake. Important thing to remember is that no matter what, you got a pretty serious deal and a good formula so that you can choose whichever point you want to, and they'll always get the answer. So let's take a look at this. You got -2, absolute value of -2, that's this one, and then you got 1. But you got to remember something. You can count, right? It's 1, 2, 3. So automatically you know it's 3. But you can't always do that. So what you got to do is say, okay, well, you just subtract, because this formula has a subtraction sign here. So you just subtract the absolute value of it, and then you get absolute value of -3, which is in fact 3. And that's true because it's 1, 2, 3. And so basically when I'm thinking of this, I'm like, come on, man, this is really stupid. Because basically all I need to do is just count along each time. Like, distance between -3 and 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There. You don't have to even do anything else. But this book is being very cantankerous, and they actually want to do it the really hard way. And so that's what you're doing. You're doing essentially doing pretty much all the extra work that you don't have to do. So just remember, if you want to do a whole ton of work on this, do the formula P1 minus P2. It'll always help you, but don't forget the subtraction sign. Please don't forget it. This is the most important part. If you forget the subtraction sign, you get it wrong. And there's no subtraction sign here, unless in case you're like it was a -2 that made P. Anyway, even with that, like it's still not a subtraction sign there, because if there was, then it'd be weird. But just letting you know that it's a hard concept if you make it hard, but it's not supposed to be made hard. You're supposed to count 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. That's all there is to it. So not a big problem, guys. Just letting you know, this book is being really ridiculous here. Anyway, so that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.